Middleweight champion Israel Adesanya will be the headline attraction as the Ultimate Fighting Championship returns to Australia for the first time since 2017, but he won't be facing the opponent he wanted. Nigerian-born New Zealander Adesanya will defend his freshly recaptured title against the outspoken Strickland as the main card for the UFC 293 Sydney event in September. Strickland, 32, has won 8 of his past 10 fights dating back to May 2018, and has been firing shots at the middleweight champion for a number of years. More recently, Strickland has taken issue with Adesanya appearing in a video where he has the Chinese flag draped over his shoulders and claims to have a Chinese heart. That little Chinese. Israel Adesanya is slated to defend his UFC middleweight title against Strickland, pictured in the main event of UFC 293 in Sydney, Australia. Strickland has criticized Adesanya, pictured, for his ties to China, calling him China's little. I'm trying to represent for America. I'm trying to represent for Australia, cause I'll tell you what, Australians, I am more Australian than Izzy is a Chinese man. I ride motorcycles, I sail boats. I like sex with hot women, like Izzy likes sex with dudes. Nothing wrong with that, Izzy. It's a personal preference. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Strickland again took aim at the last stylebender for his ties to China. I always call him China's little s*t because we have all done things. We've all been to somebody, Strickland said. We've all been friends with somebody we shouldn't have been friends with. We've all been buddies because maybe he could plug me into this or he'd give me $1. But that level of being a slut dude, my god. Despite his strong opinions about the UFC champ's character, Strickland has huge respect for Adesanya's skills in the octagon. I never said the guy can't fight. I'm not sitting here saying Izzy's not a champion, Strickland continued. I'm not sitting here saying Izzy might not be one of the best kickboxers in the world. I'm saying that Izzy is China's. He'd turn you in and he would sell you out. The character of Izzy is so low. UFC President Dana White announced the card on Wednesday. What I love about Israel is, he's always ready to take on the best in the world. Anyone, anytime, White said on social media, and Strickland is an absolute maniac, who doesn't back down from anyone. Adesanya had been gunning to face South Africa's Dricus du Plessis after the pair shared a heated in-cage exchange in July. The bad blood stemmed from a claim by du Plessis that he would be the first real African UFC champion, referring to the fact that Adesanya and other former fighters had left the continent to live elsewhere. Du Plessis pulled out after a foot injury sustained during his UFC 290 win last month against Australia's Robert Whittaker. In the co-main event, heavyweight slugger and NSW native Tai Tuivasa faces Russia's Alexander Volkov. This event will mark the first UFC fight in Sydney since 2017. If he was in prison, he would turn you out, Strickland said in an interview with the Schmo.